Yes, people, big up to everyone. Let me just make sure my audio is working. Cool, perfect. Big up to everyone. Welcome back to a episode of the Stretford Chronicles show that we are doing after 2 weeks. I know it's been a little bit of a break from this show, from this series. Main reason is, if I'm being completely honest, it's just because we're shit. And I don't like really talking about Man United for this season because of how terrible we are. But we have to do the content, and the beautiful people that do support this channel need this content, so I'm here for it. And we're going to talk about, obviously, the aftermath to the Forest game, and we're also going to do a preview a little bit for the Manchester derby on Sunday, which is tomorrow, basically. In terms of the Manchester derby, just to give a little bit, I guess, a preview of that, it's like, look, it's Manchester City, it's bragging rights. I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll get more into it. But obviously, before we do that, make sure you guys do run up the likes. Make sure you guys do subscribe, of course, every single time. I think this is episode number 11. So we've done 11 episodes so far of the Stretford Chronicles, and it's been great. It's been great. The support has obviously been amazing as per. So continue to do that. Thank you for all the support so far. And if you're watching this back, or if you're watching this live, like I said, just continue to support the channel and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's pretty much get into it. So Forest game, we'll talk about that first, right? We lose out 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. I'm gonna put up the lineups and stuff. Or actually, what we'll do is we'll bring up FootMob, because that's, I think, the best way to look at stats. Shout out to Godfrey in the chat. I see you. He has the Arsenal Real Madrid logo. Hey man, listen, it's Holland Madrid and all that, but for Arsenal, it's hashtag pray for Madrid. It's hashtag hello Madrid. It's hashtag haha Madrid. It's not None of those things that I said. Not Hala Madrid, you know. Hey, but glad to see you here. Hope you're doing blessed, bro. And yeah, let me hear your prediction on that game. Are you an Arsenal fan, Godfrey? Because if you are an Arsenal fan and I said all that, I feel bad. But yeah. Are you an Arsenal fan or are you a Real Madrid fan? That's what I want to know. Okay. Pulling up the game real quick. So we lose that 1-0 to Forest, of course. And you're an Arsenal fan. All right, good luck to you in that game, man. That's all I would say. Real Madrid are losing right now, I believe. So, or they're drawing right now, I believe. So, who knows? Maybe something. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. But cool. Let's talk about this game real quick. We'll go through this. Actually, we'll start off with the lineup. So we'll go through our lineup real quick. Um, one thing I knew about the lineup going into this game for sure was just simply the fact that Cheeto was not going to play. And then because Cheeto was not going to play, I knew Garnacho or Hoyland, one of them sees pitch and starts, and that's exactly what happened. So we had Onana in goal, Mazraoui, Delict, Euro at the back. Obviously, Heaven picked up an injury right before the international break against Leicester. I'm not sure what's the situation on him. I guess we can find that out together during this stream. But he missed. He was missing in this backline, and even then, I thought our backline was good, despite us losing the game 1-0. I thought our backline, to be honest, was good. So, and we'll talk about more in depth with that. But that was our defense. Then we had Dorgu, Dallo as the wingbacks, Casemiro, and Ugarte in the midfield, Garnacho, Bruno, and Xerxes in the front three. So that was our lineup. With their lineup, they had Awani as the striker, Gibbs White, Elanga, Danilo, Anderson, Yates, Olaina, Milenkovic. Olaina ended up picking up an injury. Murillo, who was given man of the match. Williams, I think that is Reese Williams. And then Sells as the goalkeeper. And then Alex Moreno was, Dominguez was subbed on. For us, we had subbed on Mason Mount, Ericsson, and Rasmus Hoyland, and also Harry Maguire. So yeah, we lose out 1-0. To be honest, the goal comes in the first 5 minutes. Early goal to concede. And the goal came purely off of first of all, the goal came off of a corner for us, a corner that we had. And Elanga just picked up the ball and just, absolutely blitz past everyone. Ran through the whole field, length of the field. He had Mazraoui, Garnacho, and I think maybe another defender by him. He absolutely bitched Garnacho to score. Like, the dude stiff armed him. If you guys are like any USA people who are watching who watch the NFL, the guy literally like Derrick Henry stiff armed Garnacho, and Garnacho just hits the deck, and Elanga finishes low shot into the corner. There's no chance Onana saving that. I rarely ever see Onana saving low shots, anyways. I rarely ever see him saving like that. There was one, I think, save that he made in that game though, which was quality. But other than that, those moments he doesn't do shit. And we concede 5 minutes into the game. Yet again, this is another game where we've just conceded first. And how many games have we conceded first? Like, this is genuinely a problem. And you know what it was? Shout out to Lucian every single time. Big up, brother. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Lucian's channel as well. He does Pro Club streams, people. So definitely check out his channel and check out his streams and support him as well, people. Support him as well. Shout out to you, Lucian. But yeah, going back to it. Before this game, the talk was, oh, we've picked up 2 good performances in our past 2 games, specifically Europe, and then against Leicester City. Played well against Real Sociedad. I completely agree. I thought that was a good performance. Leicester City, we've been dominating them all season. We've played them like 4 or 5 times, and we beat them every single time by at least like a 2 or 3 goal margin. So it's like Leicester City, I wasn't like phased by. And then you also see in that game that our 2 scrubs, Rasmus Hoyland and Garnacho, scored. That should show you how poor Leicester City is. And that's really just what it was. And we beat them. But then going into this game, I was we were going to find out what this run was all about in these run of fixtures. We played Forest in our last game midweek. We play Manchester City tomorrow. We then go into the Europa League midweek, and I think we have Newcastle after that. Newcastle away. So it's like our fixtures, these fixtures, for any United fans who were sitting there thinking, oh, we beat Real Sociedad and we beat Leicester and like everything is okay and everything's all giddy. That's definitely not the case. We have tough fixtures coming up ahead. Although these fixtures that I just named, Manchester City, Forest, and Newcastle specifically, to me personally, don't really pay that much importance because there's nothing for us left in terms of the league to salvage anything. We can't even say that the league we have enough games left in the league to try to build some sort of momentum. Look at the teams that we're facing. So it's low key still a fixture congestion considering we played midweek this week. We're gonna play on the weekend again tomorrow. Then we're gonna play midweek again in the Europa League, and possibly on the weekend. I'm not sure. Maybe Newcastle is. So it's one of those things where like for me the Premier League honestly doesn't matter. Now, am I still disappointed by this loss against Forest? Yes, because I thought genuinely with the way that we played in the first half, I thought a goal was there in the second half. And the second half pissed me off because the second half was a shadow of a performance of the first. Absolute shadow. I thought we had like barely any control in the second half up until the end of the game when we brought on Maguire to try to get something from it and we had those two chances. That's it. Before that, in the first half, I thought in moments we were playing great football. We're moving the ball really, really well. Just lacked that clinical finisher. And um it's an issue. And I've also been saying like this is also why I don't obviously see us getting past Bilbao in the Europa League, if I'm being completely honest. I just don't. I think that team is better than us, and I think a lot of teams are better than us currently at this moment. I did also think Sociedad was better than us, but hey, we beat them on that day. Can we scam our way to a final? Who knows? Can we do the ultimate scam and just win this? Who knows? Right? But it's like our team is terrible. Absolutely trash. Absolutely trash. Second half, we didn't look like we were going to score at all. I ended off the first half. I couldn't watch the second half on stream with Flawless. So I was watching it like on my way to work. And I ended off the first half like we gave our thoughts, and I told Flawless, I said, Flawless, just looking based off of this first half, if we play the same way and we come out in the second half, as that dominant team with control, we might end up scoring a goal. And he said, I don't see a goal, to be honest. And he was right. And it was just one of those things where I just don't know what happened in the second half where energy levels dropped. Like none of us, they just weren't able to play around at all. Agarte got taken off, I believe, at halftime. And I think it was I'll tell you who it was for Hoyland. So he brought on Hoyland and he took off Agarte. And I'm guessing he probably put Bruno in the pivot with Casemiro and then put Hoyland up front and Xerxes as a 10. Xerxes, I thought didn't honestly have the best of games either. I thought he was poor to a certain extent. Bruno gave the ball away hella. Garnacho probably had the worst game. Not only did he get bitched for the goal like crazy, but then also just did fuck all in front of goal. Dorgu, I thought, gave the ball away foolishly at times, sloppy. Like for his standard too, this is someone I've been praising. And it's one of those things where let's just like that's just what it was. The team, a lot of the people on the team just weren't playing well, and that's really it. The defense, Euro, I thought was our man of the match, probably our best player out there, to be honest. I thought he was very, very good. Our back line, Delict, Mazraoui, to a certain extent, were good. I thought Onana could have done better to try to save the goal, but a good finish from Malanga. Agarte wasn't playing well. Casemiro, okay, but it's like Agarte wasn't playing well at all. And Casemiro and Agarte, that midfield, I don't see it. I think based off of what we've seen so far with Ruben's team, you need balance, and that's low key why even though I don't praise Bruno Fernandes from time to time, in these past two games when Bruno has played as like a deep line playmaker, playing in that pivot alongside one of them, it's been better because it's been that balance. You can't have both players who excel just at winning the ball. You need to have some sort of ability with the ball too. Which, to be honest, Casemiro does. But then I think with the ability that he has is just more so of the experience. Like the guy's not old enough to play that position to try to win the ball yet again, all the time, you know? And if you already have Agarte there, then it's just not balanced. And that's why I thought that midfield was just not good. I thought we should have played Collier. Play Collier with either Agarte or Casemiro, because I think Collier is actually pretty decent on the ball from what I've seen so far. So that's what we got. Garnacho shit performance. I don't know how they've given him a 7 on this. Absolutely crazy. I thought he had an absolutely shit performance. Yet again, Bruno Fernandes too gave the ball away hella times. 8.1 for what? Like, how has he gotten an 8.1? So you're telling me Alanga, who scored the goal, had an 8.2, and Bruno has an 8.1, 1.1 less than him in the game. Like, what type of rating is this for real? But anyways, Bruno was shit, gave the ball away hella times as well. A lot of people are not going to talk about it because, like, when Bruno was playing well against Leicester City and Real Sociedad, it wasn't a problem. But now that Bruno's playing bad, all of a sudden, people just don't want to talk about it. And just notice how quiet they are. Notice how quiet they are. And trust me, their silence is what proves us right every single time. Their silence, like this type of behavior, is what proves us right every single time. Because you just hear about this Bruno chatter for weeks, for a couple of weeks. It's just very specific when they want to bring it up. But we constantly say it, that he's shit. So it's like, yeah, man. 100%. Shout out to AJ. Big up to Rohan Kumar as well. Real Madrid are down 2-1. Bad day from me. I hear you, bro. To Valencia, is it? Shout out to KD. Spurs are winning. Big up to you, bro. He says, big up, Sheik. Like the stream if you haven't already. People 100%. Should have taken that 60 million for Garnacho in January. Would have taken 40 million. Would have taken 10 million. And like a gas card or a voucher or something like that. Or like a H&M like gift card and 10 million. Would have taken that for Garnacho. Like, for real, that guy's a scrub, absolute scrub. Such a shit player, like genuinely doesn't deserve to. Like, I would go as far as to say that he doesn't even play well for a team like Brighton or like Palace or like Brentford if he goes to a team like that. Hell no. There's much better wingers on those teams than him. He's an absolute shit player, and it doesn't help him out that he gets picked constantly as well, and that's on the manager too. Like, we know, we've been saying this, that he's nothing but a squad player. He's nothing but someone who just comes off the bench. Exactly. Lucien says he says I would pay another club to take Garnacho. Genuinely. I'm on the same boat. 100%, man. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. These are the players that we have at our club, in 2025. It's absolutely ridiculous. But it's like, yeah. Hoyland, same thing. Like, even though he came on and didn't play a full 90 minutes and just played like around 45 minutes or so, his normal performance, nothing he did was anything spectacular. I'd say maybe it was a little bit better than his normal performance, but even then, like, he just didn't do shit. And that's really it. Didn't look like we were going to score up until the end of the game. The end of the game, I'll tell you about this, people. End of the game is when Ruben basically made changes throughout the game to just show that he's going for it and he wants to score a goal. And he really, really thought a goal was there, And the way that he was talking about it in post-match press conference as well, I'll bring up his quotes, but just kept saying that we were the deserving team to win. We should have gotten a goal. We should have done this. We should have done that. We were the better team. All those type of things. Just shown from his attitude in the game too, his game management as well. He threw on Rasmus Højlund halftime. So he brings on a striker. Whether you want to agree whether Xerxes is a striker or not, he technically had two on the pitch. He brings on Eriksson in the 59th minute to replace Casemiro. Then he brings on Mount in the 78th minute to replace Xerxes. And then he brings on Maguire in the 88th minute to replace Euro. And he slots Maguire as a striker. So if that doesn't tell you that he was trying to win, like trying to score a goal in this game, or he fully just believed that a goal was there in this game, then I don't know what more to tell you. But I could sit there and just tell you that a goal wasn't there in this game because of just the way we played in the second half. Genuinely. In the first half, we played well. If we continued to play that in the second half, yes, a goal was there. But we completely switched off, lost control. We lost control of the game completely. And that's it. We lost. And credit to Forest, all credit to Forest. They're a team who've been performing well all season. They deserve to be in the position that they're in, and I hope they do make the Champions League this season as well. But all credit to them. Elanga just took a good chance, and not only just that chance, right after they did score, they had another similar situation where we were caught on the break, and they could have scored another one. And just again, I don't understand. You just conceded a goal a certain way, and then minutes later you do the same mistake. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but we lose to Forest 1-0. Forest continue their top four chase. We continue to be in 13th. I think we are still in 13th. Spurs losing yesterday to Chelsea obviously means that they don't climb the table above us, so they're still below us. But yeah, people, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is just really what it is. That's why I've been saying that if there's any chance that we have obviously to salvage the season, it is the Europa League. That's the only trophy technically that we are competing for. That's our only avenue to get into the Champions League. Although we don't deserve to be in the Champions League because we are absolutely shit, and we'll get exposed as fuck. Flawless was saying this too the other day, and it honestly made me realize it's like I had an epiphany, and he made me realize like we're absolutely shit. We'll get peppered in the Champions League next season if we go with this squad. We'd have to at least like, yes, this squad needs a massive rebuild, 100%. We need to at least sign like 8 to 9 players if we were to try to compete in the Champions League next season. And it would really even depend on who these 8 to 9 players would be. So it's like we're a long away from that. And hey, we got to start the work this summer. There's no excuses going into next season, and that's really where just I'm at. But we're 20 minutes in. Just talked a little bit about the Forest game. Obviously, make sure you guys are continuing to run up the likes. I don't even know where we're at in terms of likes, but I hope that we've had constantly like 45 people watching. At least we're at like 4 likes or something like that. So yeah, it's like it's one of those things where listen, for me, all eyes and minds and all those things are just set on Europa for me, bro. Shout out to Ryan. Big up to you, bro. Every single time. Shout out to you. Atletico Madrid fan. Big up to you, bro. How you feeling about the Europa thing? Europa, think you can stink your way to the final? You know what it is? I couldn't tell you with any type of confidence what we do. What we do. Oh, you're Rodgers Goated brother. Hey, big up to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rodgers Goated as well. My guy. He recommended the channel. Big up. Yeah, Godfrey, if I were to tell you Leon, I think we could do something. Genuinely, I think Leon, we could try to get past. Like, and when I say do something, I say scam. Bilbao, I just don't think we do. Bilbao, I think will beat us. They're a much better team going forward. I think, even defensively to a certain extent. I think when we go there, it could get ugly, and I think they'll just do enough to beat us in one leg. Like they could even beat us like 2-0 or 3-1, and I just don't think that we'll do enough to get back in the home leg, depending on where it would be. So one of those things where I just don't think we get past Bilbao, bro. Godfrey. But with that being said, we've done this from time and time again. We've stunk our way to finals time and time again. We did that last season in the FA Cup, although there are 2 different competitions, and the Europa League is much, much tougher, of course. But yeah, it's like, who knows, man? Who knows? Who fucking knows, right? We'll see. Leon, I'm looking forward to the Leon game. All eyes and mind and heart is set on this Europa League. I don't personally think we'll win it, but I want to see what we do. Want to see how if we do go out, how we go out. If we do go through, how do we go through? All those type of things, man. Of course, like I'm still gonna support the team, of course, but I try to be as real as I can at the end of the day. So yeah, that's really just what it is. So Europa League, all eyes are set on that. Hopefully, Ahmad is back. Obviously, there's a big shout out Rodgers. Got a big up to you, bro. Thank you for recommending your brother to join this channel. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Hopefully, Ahmad is back. There's been reports of obviously Ahmad maybe being fit by the end of this month or in April. So that'd be a plus, bro. He's our best attacker, genuinely. So to have our best attacker back would be a big plus. To have Mainu back would be a big plus because Mainu could play in that midfield, could play as a 10. That means we don't probably have to see Casemiro or Ugarte I would rather want to see Casemiro play currently at this moment. I think for the past couple of games he's been playing better, and he's adding more to the team in terms of like picking up passes and actually doing well going forward, rather than what Ugarte's been offering. No worries, Ryan, bro. Big up to you, man. This guy said "Yo, Rodri" to himself. Look at him. He said "Yo, Rodri" to Rodri's goated. I'm just joking with you, bro. Big up to you. But yeah. So yeah, tomorrow obviously is the Man City game. Um, Man City game. Man City game is one of those where it's like, listen, they might be shit right now. Okay, like they genuinely might be shit right now, but they're still Manchester City at the end of the day, and we are still Manchester United. Although, don't be saying all this gonna get battered. Oh, you think you're gonna get battered? Fairs. Fair. This is not happening. No, 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 no. I think it'll be a draw. My prediction is a draw. I think the game will be a draw, but that's not what prediction I do, to be honest. Like, I genuinely think it's going to be a draw. But my prediction for the rest of the season for every single United game is a 1-0 Manchester United, as you've seen on the My Brother show that I told Prime. So I think, who knows? Maybe we edge it. Big up, Sai. Big up to you. Godfrey says, I think United will edge it again. I'm going to get to your question about Manu as well. Don't worry. I think it honestly has a draw written all over it, but we could edge it. That's what we did last time. That's what we did. What's your brother's name? I don't have a brother, to be honest, bro. I don't. I reckon 2-2 draw. Yeah, it has a draw written all over it. I know it is a derby, but United must win. I hear you. I mean, that's the thing. We don't have to. It's not really a must win in terms of the league. It's a must win in terms of momentum going into the Lyon game for sure. But I wouldn't want, let's say 80th minute and then Ruben Amorim's bringing on everyone to try to like just win this game or some shit, or like he's just playing everyone in for no reason. Like we have to keep some sort of mind and eye set on the Lyon game too, because that is what is most important ultimately for this season. That is what is most important. You fucked the league. There's no point for you to think about the league at this point anymore. You fucked it. What are we gonna do? Get to top 10? What is that gonna get us? Nothing. So it's one of those things where like, actually, wait, top 10 they were saying might get you Europa League, but again, it's one of those things where like it's not really anything truly to fight for. The Europa League is really it. So it's bragging rights. Tomorrow's game. Do I think we can win? Yeah, I think we could. We could. This is what we've done. One thing, and why I think we could try to win, and we could actually get a result, and why also I think it could be a draw. Let's start off with a draw. More so just based off of us. We have to look at us, right? The way that we concede goals sometimes. We can be defensively sound for majority of the game, but there always is like one stupid silly mistake or one lack or lapse of concentration which leads to a moment through on goal for the opposition team and they end up scoring. And that we often concede first in games a lot. Some games we've folded, some games we've come back, but it's just one of those things where we concede first in a lot of them. So I think it could be a draw in that sense. Now, in terms of winning, Ruben Amorim's track record against the big teams this season technically has been good. We've lost against Spurs, to be honest. So, Katie, if you're in the chat, yes, we've lost to your team a lot of times this season. Manchester City, we've beaten. Liverpool, we got a good result away from home, got that draw at Anfield. Arsenal, we got that win in the FA Cup, knocked them out, even though we still did lose to them 2-0 in the Premier League. Real Sociedad, I thought was a big game. I consider that a big game. I thought we won that and we played very well. So we've done well against the big teams, and that's the only thing that I'm honestly clinging on in terms of. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm clinging on in terms of tomorrow's game is that Ruben Amorim has had a good track record of playing against big teams. He's played against Manchester City twice now this season. One with Sporting, one with Manchester United, one with both. So, literally one with both teams. So, yeah, it's one of those things where he's had He's 2-0 up against him this season. Manchester City are missing Haaland. Obviously, he's out for a lengthy period. Marmoush is still a problem, but Haaland being out is still a good plus. So we'll see. We'll see how the game goes, definitely. Grealish, I expect to start a C start. We'll see who's back for us, whether Cheeto can feature. I think Cheeto should be playing. Whether you don't want to start him and all that shit, I get it. But bring him on as a sub and bring him on early rather than rather than bringing on a change like late, super late. So yeah, it's just one of those things where like, come on, man. Feature Cheeto if you can, genuinely. Let me see. But yeah, people like tomorrow's game. To be honest, he says I moved today. I'm in Armenia. Big up to you, man. Now I'm in Armenia. Big up to you, man. Shout out to Armenia as well. Yeah, it's just one of those things where tomorrow's game, in hindsight, does not matter anything. Does not mean anything more than just bragging rights for the day. City is blue or City is red, and you want to say all that shit. Fine. I don't really care personally. I will be watching the game, and I will be there during the watch along on Sarcasm City TV playback. But if we lose, I'm not vexed. I'll drop a match reaction. I'll go about my day. I'll go about my day, genuinely. And my match reaction will be much different if that is the same thing against Leon, though, and that's what I would say. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Let's see if there's any type of news, because to be honest, that's really it from what I could talk about in terms of Manchester United. There's not just really much to talk about. Do you know the capital of Armenia? I actually don't, bro. I actually don't know the capital of Armenia. I don't. I was gonna go to Twitter and see what United news we have. Yerevan, is that how you pronounce it? Let me know if I did pronounce it correct, because I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Yerevan, right? Yerevan. It's 8:32 there right now. Fairs. Let's see what news we got for Manchester United. Manchester. That is not his season in one video. What are they talking about? A little bit of don't get hit for copyright. Even if we do, we'll just remove it.
The schedule of teams, we will not have the World Cup of clubs, so that means that we are going to have a preseason. If you look at the next years, we are going to have a World Cup, then European Championship. So we'll have this window is going to be massive to work on our base.
Big up.
So
Roger's got a big up too, bro.
It's clear for everybody here that is going to be crucial, and we have to take advantage of that. We will not have a next preseason. It will not be like that. So we need to do everything soon as possible to be prepared for having everybody for the preseason to start. After a season like this, we need to show something. That is not a debatable. So I don't want that conversation of we need a lot of time. We need time, maybe to win the league, but we need to improve a lot this season.
100%. Because in England, 100%. Like what he's saying is true. You have to improve a lot this season.
To it in the summer.
Like people.
Whereas
it's been an absolute abysmal showing. Absolute abysmal showing from our club. From him as well. I did not expect him to perform this way, and you've actually lessened my expectations now, bro. Like genuinely,
coaches and managers express the need to see improvement on the training pitch. Like that has to be often even more important than recruitment.
I think everything is connected. You need to be really good on every department, especially in this league. You need to be really good on the pitch. You need to improve our players. but you also, especially in moments like our club, recruitment can change the way we go forward, and can be crucial. So when I say about recruitment, is not just, and we have to use it that as a club, not just the big names and to spend a lot of money. It's not that. Sometimes a player with 17 years old that is in another top club and is finished contract, we can use the Manchester United brand to bring that kids. It's sometimes the recruitment is that. Pay attention to these kids that have a lot of talent, doesn't have the space in different clubs, to try to bring them here. And then the academy, we are improving that. You can see that we have some players with quality.
So interesting thing, obviously, he's saying there is a little bit towards the end where he's talking about recruitment, right? And he's basically saying it's not always the most important thing or it's most crucial to try to bring in the big names into the club, where we might have kids at 17 or 18-year-old of age at other top clubs that might be at the end of their contract, and you can use Manchester United, the name itself and the brand itself, to lure those kids in to try to play for a club like this. And this is similar to be honest, a model that he's had at Sporting. That's what he's done a lot at Sporting, is the team that he created at Sporting, which we saw this season before he left, the unbeaten team, the one, talking about the likes of Quenda, exactly, like he's talking about players like that. And I think when if he's referring to specifically Quenda, I feel like he's butthurt about the fact that Chelsea got him and we didn't. But it's one of those things where he's right. And going back to the model that he had created at Sporting, it's kind of the same thing. That team that he created at Sporting that we saw this season that was performing well at the start was a product of a team that took time to make, and it took at least around like 2 seasons. Like I remember, like I've watched. Obviously, I wasn't watching Sporting, but I did a lot of like detailed analysis of how Sporting was playing when I found out Ruben Amorim was joining. I saw how Gyökeres was a year ago as compared to what he is right now, and it's a little bit of a different of a player, and I think it's come from improvement from Ruben Amorim himself and how he's instructed him to play in a system like this and just things like that. It's like those things go a long way. However, what he mentioned in the beginning, like if you want, we can actually watch this again, because what he said in the beginning was very important. That although he doesn't want to be one of those ones to ask
how
for time,
vital is getting things
he
right
has
this
to
summer,
get.
especially
He
in
has to
terms
get
of
results, and he has to
I think it's
improve things
crucial.
right away.
I think it's we are trying to do everything as soon as
He
possible.
might not have the time, like I just
If you look
mentioned,
at
2 to 3 seasons here that he
the
did at Sporting,
schedule of
to
teams,
try to
we
make a
will
team
not
like
have
that, because
the
the
World
pressure
Cup of
at
clubs,
Manchester
so
United
that
is the biggest.
means that we are going to have a preseason. If you look at the next years, we are going to have a World Cup, then European Championship. So we'll have this window is going to be massive to work on our base. So I think it's clear for everybody here that is going to be crucial, and we have to take advantage of that. We will not have a next preseason. It will not be like that. So we need to do everything soon as possible to be prepared for having everybody for the preseason to start. After a season like this, we need to show something. That is not a debate.
100%. Like you have to do something. So it's one of those things where, man, you have to. See what else they got going on over here at United Twitter before we do obviously close out real quick. Bruno Fernandes got the Player of the Month from the Premier League. I want to know who the other candidates were, to be honest. He knows if it goes south again, he's getting the sack. Yeah, he knows. He knows, man. These are things that he talked about when he got here, talking about you have to earn your time and all those things. You're right, man. You have to. You're not helping yourself right now, currently at this moment. So we'll see. Next season, start of next season, we'll see after all this preseason and all those type of things. We'll see, man. We'll see what it eventually gets to, right? We'll see. But I think we're just gonna close out there because I honestly don't know what more we can really talk about. It's just gonna be a short episode, short video to just discuss obviously the Nottingham Forest game, kind of like a match reaction to that, and then also a little bit of a preview to the derby. We'll be back tomorrow. For the watch along. So we will be back tomorrow for the watch along of the United game, the derby itself, over on the playback. So check out Flawless's channel, Sarcasm City TV, YouTube, and also Sarcasm City TV playback. That is where the watch along will take place. So I will be there myself. Maybe Eddie if he's about YG, if he's about that Joker, Flawless himself too. So definitely go check that out if you haven't already. After that, I should be dropping a match reaction. Probably just going to be a pre-recorded one, depending on how the game goes. But yeah, it's just going to be a pre-recorded one regardless. There might be a WWE episode tomorrow, so we might continue that series, the My Rise series. So definitely, if you haven't checked that out, if you haven't heard of it, I've been doing a 2K25 WWE 2K25 like my career mode, where I basically created my own character. And we're doing like a career mode series for that. So I think I've dropped like 5 episodes so far already. So definitely check those out. Catch up with the story, and then I think I might just be dropping another episode for that tomorrow. So big up to everyone in the chat. Just I'm gonna show love to the chat real quick. Big up to Godfrey. Really appreciate you, bro. You've been pretty much here throughout the whole stream, and you've been asking very good questions and stuff like that too, keeping it very engaging. So I really appreciate that. Shout out to Benny who showed up as well. Shout out to Rodri is goated. Shout out to his brother Ryan. Shout out to Sai. Shout out to my bro Lucian every single time. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Lucian's channel if you haven't already. He does pro club streams, so if you like watching pro clubs, definitely go check out his channel, people. Shout out to Ryan, like I said. Oh yeah, last thing I forgot to get to was yeah, I'm a WWE fan. Yes, I am, bro. So check it out. Check out the other stream, those videos, those gaming ones that I've done, and keep tuning in for tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I might do one. I'll probably do one tomorrow. So keep tuning in for tomorrow. Definitely. So yeah, that's that. Let's see. Let me get to this question real quick before we do obviously close out, because I told you I was going to get to it. What are your thoughts on Manu wanting a significant contract? Apparently, he rejected 120K a week, and that's mad for a 19-year-old. Yeah, I don't agree. I don't think he deserves a 120K contract. I don't think anybody in the team currently, honestly, deserves being at 120K par. Maybe even for Ahmad, to be honest, it's like a far reach, because I think these guys, like, you guys are all 13th as a team. So I don't genuinely think you guys have been playing exceptionally well like that, as a team. So I don't think he deserves it. Maybe it's just contract talk to just get improved offers. But 120, no. No, 120, no. Definitely not. And if he's insisting on 120, he can walk. I'm sorry. If Manu continues to insist on 120, I'm sorry, he can go. But yeah, like 120s, we can't do that for Manu. No way. But I doubt it will come to that too, though, Godfrey, to be honest. I doubt it will come to that. I genuinely do. I think he'll stay and he'll be here, and he'll take whatever terms we do offer him. So just one of those things. But yeah, big up to everyone. Thank you guys all for tuning in and supporting. And that has been episode number 11 of the Stretford Chronicles series. Back on the channel yet again. And we'll be back for episode number 12 next week as well. So big up to everyone and love every single time. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow here for that match reaction and possibly for a WWE stream. Big up and take care, people. Love.